finna clock this T right here. Renee says you want to stay keeping up we finna talk about some real tea. Your brother over there paying people to put hits out. He over there paying people to put hits out. And running off with his money and it's getting back to me. So now I'm finna send the feds over there to y'all empire. See, you had the right today, ho. You keep playing with me, I'm finna tear y'all empire down. Next, we gonna talk about Miss Cat. So we finna clock this T right here. Renee says you want to stay keeping up we finna talk about some real tea. Your brother over there paying people to put hits out. He over there paying people to put hits out. And running off with his money and it's getting back to me. So now I'm finna send the feds over there to y'all empire. See, you had the right today, ho. You keep playing with me, I'm finna tear y'all empire down. Next, we gonna talk about Miss Carol.
Tia Kemp just dropped a bomb on the internet. A wild pic of Rick Ross getting his cheek smacked by some woman from the US ranch. And now the whole internet is lit up, going crazy. This ain't even the tip of the iceberg. Tia been teasing for weeks that she got dirt on Rick, and now she finally let one fly. Now let's be real. Tia's a wild card, but one thing's for sure. You don't cross her and walk away clean. Rick Ross? He learning that lesson real quick? If you thought that one pic was messy, you clearly don't know how deep Tia's vault goes. She ain't bluffing. She says she got videos, yep, plural, of Rick Ross caught up in some wild scenes with a trans girlfriend and another man he allegedly calls daddy. This just went from spicy to straight up scandalous. But hold up, it gets wilder.
Nobody wanna see it. Nobody don't care to see the Jets no more. You running out of hoes now. Go over there and get Diddy a hug. Go ride the bike with him, you fat. You know what time it is, prom time. You ain't sent the motherfucking message since December 9th, you big bag.
Tia's now throwing heavy accusations, saying Rick was low-key helping Diddy keep folks quiet about some real dark secrets. And Tia ain't just talking smack. She says she got the proof, screenshots, timestamps, real receipts. This ain't no barbershop gossip. This sounds like a straight-up expose. And the craziest twist? Tia and Rick used to be tight. Like real tight. They even had a baby together. But whatever they had, it's dead now. And Tia? She's coming for blood. Normally, Rick's the type to clap back loud, but this time, he looking real quiet and real shook.
You big mouth. Will, I want you to talk. Don't be scared now. No Diddy, huh? You scared now, huh? I know y'all on them tapes. Freaky. I know you is. 10 churn have. It's time to show them churns now. I ain't gonna let off here. You should have been shut this big mouth hole up. You know it. You know it. Sip your fruit bat. You know what I like. Coconut water hole. Whole one.
These two? Always been fire and fire. That's what made it work back in the day. But now, Rick might be way over his head. 'Cause Tia ain't just tossing shade anymore. She straight up said Rick's been living life on the low. And normally, Rick would just laugh it off. Call her a bitter ex trying to stir the pot. But not this time. Tia says she got the receipts in hand and she's not holding back. She claims Rick's been out here frontin' like he's all about the ladies while living a whole different life behind closed doors. And she's calling him out loud. You know how Rick always out there flexing? Acting like he's the king of pulling women? Like they just throw themselves at him?
Clock this T right here. Renee says you want to stay keeping up we finna talk about some real tea. Your brother over there paying people to put hits out. He over there paying people to put hits out. And running off with his money and it's getting back to me. So now I'm finna send the feds over there to y'all empire. See, you had the right today, ho. You keep playing with me, I'm finna tear y'all empire down. Next, we gonna talk about Miss Cat.
Well, Tia says that was all just a cover-up. She claims Rick was never really into women like that. According to her, He was using all that swagger to hide what he was actually into. And it gets even deeper. Tia's spilling that Rick was secretly getting down with other men, all while posting up with women like nothing was going on. And now, she's ready to blast it all out in the open. She says Rick got a real thing, not just a passing interest, but a full-blown fixation on trans women. She ain't calling it a phase either. She's saying this been his hidden truth for years. This ain't just about Rick Ross being private. It's about him trying to live that double life. On one side, he plays the ladies' man. On the other, he chases what he really wants without letting the world know. That's what Tia's laying out. And here's the wildest twist. She claims we've been seeing it the whole time without even knowing. According to Tia, some of those baddies Rick's always flexing on socials, at his parties in them VIP spots, she says a bunch of them are actually trans women, and most folks had no clue. Now people are going back through his pics and videos trying to see what they missed. But not everyone is vibing with how Tia's saying all this.
So we finna clock this tea right here. Renee says you want to stay keeping up. We finna talk about some real tea. Your brother over there paying people to put hits out. He over there paying people to put hits out. And running off with his money, and it's getting back to me. So now I'm finna send the feds over there to y'all empire. See, you had the right today, ho. You keep playing with me, I'm finna tear y'all empire down. Next, we gonna talk about Miss Carol.
Some folks online are calling her out, saying her words are sounding real transphobic. But Tia? She don't care. She's not backing down. Not one bit. She's locked in on exposing Rick, and this time she might have crossed a line. Or maybe she finally hit a nerve. And let's not act like this is new. Tia's been throwing dirt on Rick's name for a minute. She was one of the first to bring up that something shady might have been going on between Rick Ross and Diddy, way before that even started trending. She even jumped on IG Live and accused Rick of trying to get her taken out over a wild argument.
I'm finna tear y'all empire down. Next, we gonna talk about Miss Carol. Y'all know who Miss Carol is. You know that's behind your brother. I'm finna make sure her family sue y'all whole estate, cause that case is not closed. You know the lady that was leaving from my mama's house getting her hair done that time, and it's behind your brother and his drama. You know that. You know about the man who was in front of Black House. Okay, we finna dig up a whole bunch of motherfucking maggots right now, ho. I'm not finna play with you, you Ozempic. I'm finna finish y'all motherfuckers. Watch this.
Said he dropped major money to get her handled, but the people he paid, they flipped and warned her instead. This ain't just ex-drama. This is messy, dangerous, and personal. They got a whole child together, and their past? Loud, chaotic, and full of secrets. But these new claims, this was the breaking point. The moment Tia really put Rick Ross on blast for the world to see. At first, Tia was just throwing light shade, sneaky jabs, slick comments, nothing too wild. But the second she said Rick tried to put a hit on her, boom. Everything blew up. She went full savage, swore to expose everything, and she's been on attack mode ever since.
Clock this tea right here. Renee says you want to stay keeping up. We finna talk about some real tea. Your brother over there paying people to put hits out. He over there paying people to put hits out, and running off with his money, and it's getting back to me. So now I'm finna send the feds over there to y'all empire. See, you had the right today, ho. You keep playing with me, I'm finna tear y'all empire down. Next, we gonna talk about Miss Carol.
But Tia didn't stop at the hit claim. She turned it all the way up. She's now saying Rick Ross is somehow connected to two separate deaths. One involved a woman named Ms. Carol, who reportedly passed away on her way home. The other? A man who got shot outside a place Tia calls the Black House. And she swears at least one of those cases is still under police investigation. That's when people really started paying attention. These bombshells split the internet like wildfire. One side says Tia's just a bitter ex, pulling a last stunt because their whole thing fell apart. But the other side? They believe her. Hard. Especially since Rick Ross has stayed dead silent. No lawsuit, no cease and desist, no legal threats at all. And let's be honest, this is Rick Ross we talking about. If she was lying, he would have hit her with lawyers faster than a beat drop. But the silence got people asking questions? Now here's where it flips. Some folks think Tia might have been involved too. That maybe she knew things, or even played a part. They say she only started airing him out after he turned on her. Before all this, she was chillin', quiet, maybe even out here protecting him. Now everybody's asking, did Tia only speak up after things got personal? Or did she always know and just stayed quiet until it blew back on her? Either way, some of the stuff she's dropping looks real. Like Miss Carol's case? Yup, law enforcement is still looking into her death.
Nobody want to see it. Nobody don't care to see the Jets no more. You running out of hoes now. Go over there and get Diddy a hug. Go ride the bike with him, you fat. You know what time it is. Prom time. You ain't sent a motherfucking message since December 9th, you big bag.
That alone got people throwing serious side-eye at Rick. But Tia didn't stop there. She went in again. She claimed Rick Ross wasn't just close to Diddy. She straight up called him one of Diddy's concubines. And if that ain't wild enough, she also said the feds found multiple tapes during that raid on Rick's place last year. Not one. Multiple. If you thought this story hit peak chaos, think again. Tia says Diddy had plans to flip those tapes to the feds in hopes of cutting himself a deal. And remember those rumors that Diddy was snitching to save his own neck? Tia says that part? 100% true. According to her, the only reason Rick ain't been dragged in deep is because the feds got their eyes on even bigger names. But just because Rick ain't front and center right now, don't mean he's safe. Tia swears the feds are still watching, just from a distance. And fans? They've been digging through Ross's old bars, and what they're finding is wild. It's like Rick been telling on himself in plain sight. Especially that one infamous track, UOENO. That line, it sparked one of the most controversial rap moments ever.
I'm finna tear y'all motherfucking empire down. Next, we gonna talk about Miss Carol. Y'all know who Miss Carol is. You know that's behind your brother. I'm finna make sure her family sue y'all whole estate. Cause that case is not closed. You know the lady that was leaving from my mama's house getting her hair done that time. And it's behind your brother and his drama. You know that. You know. You know. About the man who was in front of Black House. Okay. We finna dig up a whole bunch of motherfucking maggots right now, ho. I'm not finna play with you, you Ozempic bitch. I'm finna finish y'all motherfuckers. Watch this.
Put Molly all in her champagne. She ain't even know it. Took her home and I enjoyed that. She ain't even know it. When that line dropped in UOENO, the internet erupted. People dragged Rick Ross for promoting something way out of line. Brands pulled back. Fast. He lost his Reebok deal and had to come out with a public apology. Rick said, "I don't condone that." Apologies for the lyric interpreted as that. I'm an artist, a father, a brother. I would never suggest harming a woman. But fans weren't buying it. Most said that apology felt like straight-up damage control. Folks pointed to years of wild, disrespectful lyrics and comments about women. For a lot of people, that moment marked him, and it's still a stain on his name. It's part of why folks ain't jumping to defend him now. Fast forward to today, chaos all over again. Right after Tia started airing out Rick's alleged private life, guess who jumped in? 50 Cent. Of course he slid in swinging. He claimed both Rick Ross and Diddy had been taken to Pound Town by the same trans woman they were both messing with. And according to 50, this wasn't no light experiment. He says it was full-on freak sessions behind closed doors. Now, nobody's shocked 50 jumped in. He's had beef with Rick and Diddy for years. With Ross, it supposedly started over something petty, just a look. But it blew up quick. Things got so tense they nearly threw hands backstage at the 2012 BET Hip Hop Awards. As for Diddy, that feud runs deep. Shady business deals, personal shots, and non-stop trolling. And now, 50's stirring the pot harder than ever. Every time 50 Cent sees an opening, he takes it. And now, he's using Tia's fresh accusations as straight-up ammo. He's hyping it, stirring the pot, and making sure the whole internet sees it. With Rick Ross's past lyrics still haunting him and 50 piling on the heat, things are spiraling fast. 50's been clowning Rick and Diddy for years, and he never lets a moment slide. So when Tia Kemp's wild claims hit the web, 50 jumped right into the chaos. He posted a savage pic on Instagram. Rick Ross and Diddy looking like they were about to kiss, with the caption, "I ain't say nothing, but something ain't right." Oof. And he didn't stop there. Next up, he dropped another pic, Diddy hugging Steve Stout, who just so happened to be wearing a pink shirt and holding Diddy real close. The internet ran wild. Even though 50 deleted the post later, it was too late. The screenshots were already everywhere, and the timeline was eating it up. And let's be real, this ain't new for 50. He's been calling Diddy out for years, always dropping subtle jabs and hinting that something's off with how Diddy moves. And when it comes to Rick Ross, 50's had his foot on the gas for a while. He even brought that infamous lyric about spiking drinks back into the mix. Posted a screenshot of Ross's lyrics next to a pic of him and Diddy looking extra cozy. Caption? "What the F? At some point, you gotta just do the right thing." Just when it felt like this whole mess couldn't get any wilder, it does. Out of nowhere, a 2018 video resurfaced, and it shook the internet all over again. In the clip, a man flat out claimed he'd been at those infamous freak-off parties with Diddy, and then dropped a whole list of names, including Rick Ross. He even said he caught STDs from being around that scene. Wild, right? Rick Ross has been tangled in Diddy's madness for years, but now with Tia's latest claims about trans girlfriends and secret tapes, this drama's on the edge of going nuclear. Tia swears she's sitting on footage of Rick Ross getting taken downtown by his trans girlfriend, and if she really drops that video, whew, his haters gonna feast. But don't get it twisted, Rick might not stay quiet for long. He's known for firing back hard, and if he claps back this time, it could set off a whole new wave of chaos. This saga ain't cooling down anytime soon. It's just heating up. And if you thought this was wild, buckle all the way up. It's only gonna get messier from here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping updates. Let us know your take in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.